and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am actually so excited about. I've been wanting to film this video for so long now. This is my project pan video, and I am actually doing this in collaboration with two other amazing women. It is with Crystal K Beauty and Allison Jacobs. I have actually done one previous collaboration with the two of them. It was our No Mirror Makeup Challenge, and if you guys have not already seen that, I'll link mine and theirs below. But I will be also linking their Project Pan videos down below as well, so feel free to check that out. So I have 31 items in which I plan to use up by the end of 2018, and my goal is to give you guys updates throughout the year, give you guys a halfway update, and then maybe like a final one. Let me know down below if you want a little bit more frequent updates, kind of how I'm doing after just a couple of months, if there's anything I've finished and things like that. But through my YouTube channel and testing out new products, I mean, I will rotate in a new product, and if it's something in which I really enjoy, I will start using that as my go-to item. And with that, some of my favorite items kind of get put inside of a drawer. I forget about it, I don't use it, and then, you know, it starts getting close to the expiration date. So this is a great way to kind of rediscover some of my makeup that I already have, shop my own stash, and then be able to use up some items instead of using a bunch of different items and not being able to finish anything. Before I get started into this, I want to let you guys know I'm going to be leaving a link down below in my description box to a website which gives you tons of options of where to recycle old makeup containers. If you are like myself and you just feel like it's kind of a waste just throwing away all the products, the empty containers, I mean, you're wasting so much. Look at that website, see if there's any locations near you that accept the old containers that they use to recycle it. There is also a really great organization that accepts old mascara wands, the Wands for Wildlife. I'll leave a link to them down below in the description box, but basically you send them your old mascara wands and they use them to remove fly eggs and larvae from the fur of wild animals. And they actually have pictures on their website where they're using the mascara wands on little wild animals. So if you want your old mascara wands to go to a good cause, feel free to check them out. They are a nonprofit organization that I happen to come across. And I want to let you guys know about it because I hadn't actually heard about it before myself. I feel like more people need to talk about it. If you don't have to put something in the trash and it can go to a good cause, why not do it? But let's go right ahead and jump into all the products that I have. Starting off with the primer, I am going to try to finish up the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I have had this product for just way too long. This one is a great dupe for the Smashbox Photo Finish. However, I did get a new bottle of the Smashbox Photo Finish, and I do enjoy that one more than I like this one. I feel like the longevity of the Smashbox is better than the Maybelline, but the Maybelline is still a good product. And so for that reason, I do want to finish using this product up before I continue using the Smashbox one. I have another primer. This is the Makeup Revolution Pro Prime Water Priming Base. This one I received in the Makeup Revolution 12 Days of Christmas box, and I used it for a little while and then realized that it does not do too much to help improve the longevity of my foundation or, you know, any kind of priming benefits, but I felt like this was one item in which I should just use up and then get rid of from my collection. There's no point in just leaving it. It is just essentially a water primer, so it should be pretty easy to just spritz some on in the morning and use it up. I did take a look inside and I am still up to here with the amount of primer that is in there, so I still have quite a ways to go. Then I have 4 foundations I want to use up. The first being the Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation. This is the shade LC1, and you will have heard me talk about this in multiple videos now. It is in my March favorites, and this foundation is absolutely incredible. Which leads me into the next one, which I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. So this is a foundation I definitely want to use up. I still have basically the entire bottle left. It is a great foundation. It's very affordable. I just ended up kind of pushing it to the back of my stash because I kept getting in so many new foundations, testing out more finding more ones that I enjoy, and then I just didn't end up reaching for this one as much. But I do really enjoy this one. I actually purchased 3 of these at one time because I loved it that much. I went through 2 of them, and then I started my channel, and then I kind of forgot about this one. Then I have the L'Oreal Paris 24-Hour Infallible Pro Matte in the shade 102. I really enjoy this foundation. It's actually great for the summertime, so I think it is going to be perfect that I'm starting to use it up now. I have about halfway of the product gone. I only have half left, so I feel like this is another one in which I can easily knock out in using. This is the L'Oreal Paris 24-Hour Infallible Pro Glow. This foundation I didn't end up using up because I actually got the wrong shade. I've used up the right shade, which I had 202. That one worked perfectly. This is 204. It's a little bit dark for me, but I'm thinking because it is starting to be summertime, I am actually trying to self-tan this time. I look like Casper the Ghost most summers, and I just decided, you know, I kind of want to try self-tanning. So I have high hopes that I'll be able to use this one up during the summer when I have a little bit of a tan going. Moving on, I have a couple concealers in which I'm going to try to use up. The first being the Wet n Wild Concealer in Light Ivory. This is a really great kind of everyday concealer. I find that it is really natural looking on the skin. It doesn't look too thick. It's just something to kind of help conceal under eye circles. It is kind of difficult to tell how much product I do have in here. I have learned from other project panners that if you remove the little stopper that you have in here once you feel like you have run out of product, you will find that you have a lot more product in there. So I'm going to be doing that. Then I have the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Fair number 5. This one's a little bit easier to be able to see when I'm kind of running out of product. I am about halfway on the product right now. Because I use this one almost every single day, I feel like it is a great full coverage concealer. I absolutely love this one, and I felt like it would be an easy one to kind of use up. I then have 2 different shades of the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer. I have the shade Light Ivory and Porcelain. At first, I picked up a Light Ivory off of Amazon, and I was thinking it was gonna work out online. It looks a lot lighter than what it is. And I want to show you guys that Light Ivory was right here, Porcelain is right there, and Light Ivory was way too dark for me. I have almost a full tube of Light Ivory and a little over half of Porcelain. There was nothing wrong with these concealers. I just didn't end up reaching for them as much as I reached for my other concealers. They are definitely a medium coverage. I am going to be using Porcelain underneath the eyes, and then I'm going to be attempting to use Light Ivory to kind of clean up my brows, perhaps use as an eyeshadow base when I run out of the eyeshadow primer, try to maybe mix these 2 together. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can make it work for Light Ivory and be able to finally use it up. I then have one eyeshadow primer, and if you have ever tried the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, you know that these take forever to use up. It's like a never-ending bottle, and I have so many primers that are in a drawer that I need to be able to use one up and then kind of go through the rest of them. This one is my absolute favorite. This is the one in Eden. I cannot set it down. I use it all the time. So I just need to use this one up so that way I can kind of use up the other ones, because in comparison to all my other eyeshadow primers, I will hands down reach for this one over them any day of the week. So I need to use it up in order to kind of be able to use the other ones. For contour, I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in Dolce de Leche. This palette was my favorite for the longest time. And then I ended up getting the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I got the Profusion one, and this one just kind of got knocked out of the way just like the rest of these products. I do really love this product, as you can tell by the dent I already have in the pan. I feel like the contour side of this is absolutely stunning. The only thing I don't really like is the brightening powder. I feel like this one is a little bit too yellow tone for my skin tone, which is the only reason it's kind of been hindering me from finishing it up, because I don't really use this powder. But I'm going to be making a conscious effort to try to use this powder, just use it a little bit sparingly. Next up, Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder. I have the shade Fair. I I typically don't purchase many pressed powders. I just find that I use more of the loose powders. I use my Coty Airspun or I use my RCMA No Color powder more than I use a pressed powder. I feel like the ones with a little bit of color to it just add a little bit too much of a layer on top of my skin. But this was a really great powder I like to use to set my entire face before I went on my loose powder kind of kick. For bronzer, I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Light Bronzer. You get so much product inside of this little pin. I have been working on this one for a really long time now, and I have gotten several other bronzers, and then I realized, you know, I need to use one up before I rotate it in another. So I do have others in case I end up running out of this one, but I mean, honestly, I don't even know if I can do it. I have my fingers crossed. I'm gonna use it every day. Let's hope. Then I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Rose Champagne. By this time, you guys may already know that I don't actually like to wear blush. That is something in which, just for me, I do have a lot of redness in my face, so I tend to stay away from blushes that'll bring more light to it. I don't want to attract more redness. This I felt like was one I could use up. I have purchased, I think it's all of the Wet n Wild blushes. I felt like I would start out with one because I so rarely use blush. I feel like one would be kind of okay to start with. For highlight, I decided to choose only one to start with. This is the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls. It is their baked highlighter. This was a very good kind of everyday kind of highlighter. It is a very soft kind of gold champagne highlight, and it's not an overly strobing kind of look. It's very soft. It's a little bit muted because of the baked aspect of it, and this is one I've had in my collection for a little while, in which I want to be able to use up and then be able to use up some of my other highlighters. I have way too many highlighters. I need to start using up some of them. For brows, I have the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in Brunette. I'm hoping you guys can see I've created quite a crater inside of this product. And since I have created such a large dent in the product already, I feel like I can finish it up. I just need to make that conscious effort every day to make sure I'm actually using this product, because I tend to gravitate towards a brow pencil instead of a pomade. So I need to start kind of getting back to this and making sure I'm using this up, because I did really enjoy it. Then I have the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. This is in Universal Taupe. I actually received this brow pencil in a BoxyCharm, and I do really enjoy it. However, I feel like it's a little bit too thick to be able to maneuver around the entire brow. I like one of those really fine micro pencils for the front of the brow, and this one has a very thick tip in my opinion, so it is a little bit more difficult than a micro pencil. My next item is an eyeshadow palette. This is the ABH Modern Renaissance. As you guys can tell, I have already hit pan on Tempera, and the other ones I have quite a large like crater or dent made into it already. So I'm thinking, you know, if I continuously use this palette the entire year on any other day I'm not filming, I feel like I would be able to get somewhere with it. Palettes are one of those items in which I buy the most of. I love eyeshadows. I find them to be the most fun thing to purchase aside from lip products. And I constantly have more and more palettes coming in, and I have not had any in which I've actually used up. So I feel like this would be a really fun try to see if I can actually use up one palette within a year. I then have one liquid liner. This one is by Sleek Makeup. It is the Dip It eyeliner in black. This one I received inside of the advent calendar that I unboxed. I just find that I do not love it. If you try going back and forth over the eyeliner, I do find that the eyeliner kind of gets removed, and I don't want to just get rid of it if I'm doing just one solid kind of line for just applying falsies. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to use this one up in that way on days in which I'm just doing kind of casual makeup like I am today. Now I don't exactly remember how long it takes me to use up an eyeliner like this, so I'm just going to start with a one, and then I have plenty other eyeliners that I can rotate in bin so I can get rid of those as well. Next up, I have the e.l.f. Lip Scrub in Mint Maniac. So this is a really cool item in which is a lip scrub in the shape of a lipstick. I wear a lot of liquid lipsticks and my lips have a tendency to get chapped pretty easy. This would be an item in which if I put it in my project pan, it will help me remember to exfoliate my lips because I have a bad habit of not doing it. Then there are 4 lip products by Bite Beauty. I have the shade Tort, Cafe, Colas, and Aubergine. But these are the matte cream lip crayons. I don't think I have ever finished a lipstick or a liquid lip. So if I'm able to knock these out, I will be so proud of myself. The only thing about these is that they are not that long wearing, which is kind of what made me set these aside in my drawer. I find that they only last really for like 2 hours and then they start to really fade. So I just gotta reapply quite frequently with these, which is why I prefer, you know, using other ones. But I want to be able to use these up because they are really beautiful colors. I do enjoy them and I felt like they should be used up instead of just sitting in my drawer. Next up, I won't spend too much time on these. I have 4 mascaras. The first one is by Essence, the Lash Princess. Also from Essence, the Rockin' Doll XXL Mascara. Then having the Revlon Ultra Volume and the CoverGirl Peacock Flare. I have quite a few mascaras open right now. I'm trying to resist the urge to open a few other ones in which I have in the packaging that I'm waiting to test out. I just keep putting them away because they aren't really mascaras that are my favorite. I find that the Essence ones are a little bit too clumpy. They make my lashes stick together a little bit more than they should, and I see little pieces of mascara chunks throughout my lashes. Peacock Flare does the same exact thing. The Revlon Ultra Volume has the exact opposite effect. It does not give me enough volume, it just kind of coats the lashes and then that's basically it. Then I have just 2 more items to share with you guys. The first is the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Makeup Setting Spray. I am currently at this level of the amount of product that is left inside of the bottle. And then I have the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. This one I have much less of the product. As you can see, it's right here on the bottle. I am about just a little bit under halfway now. Inside of here, there is actually 2.03 fluid ounces. Meanwhile, the Makeup Revolution one has 100 milliliters or 3.4 fluid ounces. The Milani one I absolutely love. It does have alcohol in it, but I do not feel like it is overly drying on my skin. However, the Makeup Revolution one, the Pro Fix, this one also has alcohol in it, but when you spray it, you can really smell it. Like, it is a heavy concentration of alcohol in here. The smell does go away after a little while, but it does leave that feeling of kind of drying out your skin. So this is one I'm definitely gonna be excited to be able to use up. I am hoping that I will be able to use up even more than what I have in front of me. Fingers are crossed, but you're gonna see how this goes at the end of the year. I will be giving you guys a halfway throughout the year update and at the end of the year see how much product we are able to use up. Also, when I am giving you guys updates, if I am able to finish something, I will 100% let you know if I'm going to be repurchasing the product or if it's an item I'm just kind of happy I am getting rid of. Also, don't forget to check out Crystal and Allison's video as well. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. They're going to have a lot of product as well. So if you guys like this video, please don't forget to like it, share it, leave me a comment about what your thoughts are on Project Pan. If you are doing a Project Pan yourself, I would love to see your guys' videos or your Instagram posts about it. Just leave me a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe before you leave if you have not already. I post 2 beauty related videos twice a week. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!